Another factor that's probably driving me to keep going is the fact that most of the people I've seen doing this are considerably older than me. I mean, we're talking probably 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s. And I've noticed that's kind of a trend here. Kind of a joke I used to tell people was Koreans love hiking, especially on the weekends. They just get all their gear and they go out. There's so many great places to do it here. But yeah, I guess I feel like if they can, why can't I, right? I'm supposed to be young, healthy, and fit. Oh. Built in the 1700s, Hwaseong Fortress is an impressive fortification around the downtown area of Suwon. The wall is a 6-kilometer loop with 4 main gates providing stunning views of the surrounding area. It's a perfect day hike to admire living history and Korean culture. This morning I got on a bus and I took a 30-minute ride south of Seoul to the city here of Suwon. And I've never been here before, but I've always wanted to come because they have this really amazing old fortress. I literally just stepped off the bus about a minute ago and I'm already super impressed. It is a little bit hot out here this morning and it's quite bright. So I think I'm gonna need to get some water first off just so I don't get too dehydrated walking around, because I think this area is quite large actually. Just be really careful on these stairs. They're actually quite big and rocky. Wow. Gonna get some nice views from up here too. So this is actually one of 4 gates they have here. And it's really cool because you can come inside under the roof and see what it looked like. They have another set of stairs, but you can't go up that way. This is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it is quite famous here, and you'll see a lot of tourists, especially Koreans themselves, coming here to visit. And I've already run into several school groups full of children. And they have these flags here too as well that kind of line the wall in certain parts. This place that I'm visiting today is called Hwaseong Fortress, and this is probably the biggest reason people come here to visit Suwon. The other one is that there is a little known company called Samsung who also has their headquarters here. I actually didn't live too far from this area, but I just never got over and visited while I was in Seoul. So today I'm here and I was like, I'm gonna make this a trip and I'm gonna come out here and finally do it. It's been on my bucket list for quite a while actually. I don't know if you can see it, but this wall just keeps going and going up around these small hills with periodic gates. It looks like another lookout area right here. I think I actually read that this wall goes around for about 6 kilometers. So you could easily spend a few hours to walk along this entire thing. Even the cafes here are really cool looking. Might have to stop for some coffee later when I get really tired. Okay, and here's a little stream coming up. And this little pavilion literally goes over top of that stream. I was originally just planning on this being a half-day trip, but Now I'm thinking, wow, I could have spent the entire day here because this is just so relaxing as well. And that's cool. There's a river walk down there as well, where you could walk along this if you had time. So this trail is, or this walk next to the wall is a little bit hilly, but it's not that bad at all. Just a bit of historical trivia for you. This area was built by King Jongjo in the late 1700s to honor his father. I think it was maybe a burial site as well for him. And this was interesting because even at that time, most of the palaces and the ones that you'll see in Seoul were all there. So he kind of moved this all out here, south. I love how much fun everybody's having out here. They've got their kids and they're doing wedding photos and christening photos. You get some fantastic views here, but it also means I can see the hordes and the crowds heading toward me. Looks like everybody got a later start. They're catching up. I'm not huge on the crowds, but I understand them at a place like this. All right, going back uphill again. But you know what they say, the higher you go, the better the view. I'm starting to see where the wall way over there starts to curve back around. This is terrible. I'm never going to finish walking around this park because I keep having to stop to take photos because there are just so many beautiful areas and angles to capture. You know, they say photographers and videographers make terrible partners because we can't get anywhere quick. My expectations before I came out here were actually really, really high, but this place has surpassed all of them. I could not have imagined it would be this beautiful. Hello. Yeah. And everybody is so friendly and nice here. I was really hoping for an easier walking day because I've been doing a lot of that lately, and that's gone out the window now. In fact, I'm thinking about making a walking video after this, so you can just walk along with me later without all this, you know, commentary, this unsolicited information and feelings. Well, over there's actually a balloon in the sky. I'm guessing that's a tourist attraction. You can pay a little bit of money and get that aerial view. And I can also see another gate up there. Remember I said there are 4 total. So I came in the main one. I think this is the second one I'm passing by. But I'm already starting to reconsider whether I can walk the entire wall. It is a lot, but it's just, yeah, you really want to. A little walled off area with a pavilion at the top. Well, it was cool this morning, but now it's getting really hot, which means only one thing. I'm starting to sweat a lot. So you could keep going along the wall over here, but if you're like me and you're getting tired, they do have little cutoff points as well, so you can just walk straight over and cross there, so you're not walking along the wall the entire way. Plus, there's a cafe coming up here, and I think I might need a break. Maybe even some coffee to keep me going. All right, now here's a map I found, and I started up here at the main gate, and I've come all the way down here and this is the next gate right there. So I've done about a third of the entire wall, and it is a complete circle. So I think time to regroup, get some caffeine, and we'll see what I can do. I don't know if you can see that, but that right there, those are all bows and arrows. This is an archery range right here, and they have the targets down there. So if you like to fire bows and arrows while you drink your coffee, you can definitely do it here. Yeah. I'll be good in a minute. Really thankful for lots of public restrooms here. And I think I am ready to get back on the trail. I looked at my step count and I realized it hasn't actually been that far. So I think I can do this. And maybe I'll make it a challenge. You know, today's challenge is to do this entire wall, and then I can look back and I've got something to be really happy about or proud of. All right, gate number 2. Now you can walk up there next to the gate, or they have these other paths down here. Just depends on which one you want to take, but they're both the same. You could actually walk on the other side of the wall too, and probably even better on a day like today because you'll get more shade over there depending on where the sun is. So this kind of reminds me a little bit of the city wall in Xi'an that I saw last fall. That one is much bigger, but inside this wall it's a complete circle, and inside of it there are buildings and homes and businesses. So it does kind of feel like a walled city. Starting to get a little bit nervous because I'm looking across the way, and there is a small hill. It's not massive, but it is definitely a little bit higher, bit of a hike. And I see another what looks like gate up there. So I'm starting to think that this is going to wrap around that hill and come back down. Not the worst hiking I've ever done, or the most difficult, but yeah, I might need some more energy in a little bit. So the further I move along here, away from those main gates, the fewer and fewer people I'm seeing. So those that I am look like the seasoned professional hikers with all their gear, and it makes me a little bit nervous. And it's nice that the monotony of the long wall is broken up by these little kind of watchtowers everywhere, or observation towers. I have no idea if you guys are catching this at all, but there is a group of fighter jets doing some kind of like Blue Angel thing over there, where they're flying in formation. Wow. I have no idea what that's all about, but look cool. Now, I believe these are the old furnaces that they would light, kind of a signaling device. Right outside the wall here, that big pointy steeple, that looks like a cathedral. I'll have to look that up later on, but that's massive. It appears as though my worst fears have been realized, because now I'm going down and I'm seeing where I'm going to have to go back up in a minute. All right, now I'm actually crossing that river that we saw earlier. See here. Ah, okay. There's the bridge. A little bit of shade finally. And the stream here, river. This means I'm probably like halfway done with this little walk. are still going overhead. So apparently now that I've gotten over to this bridge, there is a disconnected part of the wall that was just never refinished. And I'm not exactly sure where to go, but I'm gonna look around until I figure it out. Maybe just follow some other hikers. Okay. And this area, they're actually gonna make us go back down. And maybe back this way. Let's figure this out. Might have to go through this little tunnel here. Well, this is kind of interesting. I've wound up kind of in this downtown marketplace area. Like any good tourist town, this place really leans into that wall. And I'm just kind of walking around looking at this little marketplace here before I continue on. It's actually really cool. I mean, it feels very, very local, little touristy. But again, that's probably the big business here with this fortress. Lots of vendors and people selling stuff. Oh, I see the wall down there. If I'm being totally honest, I was slightly nervous when I saw that the wall ended, but it really isn't hard to find the connecting part over here. And again, the market's even a nice little, nice area to kind of rest a little bit and just relax before you continue on. I do think I'm gonna have a little bit of hiking coming up. And actually I saw I think it was a Buddhist temple or something kind of over here in the hill as well. I saw a massive gold statue of Buddha. I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk over to it, see how much energy I have, but it did look interesting. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is the third gate. It's pretty big. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. There's the connection. And that is quite steep. Okay. Well, good thing I'm not going anywhere else today. Well, this is actually really well marked and quite a large trail actually, so aside from being a little steep, it's not bad. All right, slow and steady wins the race, right? And I just have to keep telling myself the views will be incredible. I can't imagine it actually goes too much further before I start going downhill again. That's also a nice thought to keep in mind. Okay, one accomplish achieved. I think I actually got up here to the top, getting flat again. In fact, even kind of going downhill. Although something I don't really understand is, it's supposed to be a big circle, but they've got this road going two ways. I'm fairly certain I go whatever the way that way is, right? To go continue around this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I see people hiking the other way, but who knows? Maybe I'll go that way just for a second to see. Haven't seen a map in a while. But you know what? I'm gonna go back this way, take my chances. I'm pretty sure this goes back down. So I did just see a little girl. She's probably 3, maybe 4 at the most, up here with her parents. And whenever the older people walk by, they all stop to talk to her and say hello and ask her how she's feeling. That's cute. Look at that. That's the other side of the hill I'm on. Wow. I just realized I probably could have taken a bus up here. But you know, where's the fun in that? So they have that ancient bell over there. And I just realized you can buy a ticket to ring it. Apparently it's supposed to kind of wish for something like good health for your family or a loved one. And you just pay a little bit of money and I guess they let you, you know, whack it or something so it makes a loud noise. Well, this is definitely the top and you're starting to get really great views, lots of shade, lots of places to sit. I realized everybody's up here with their snacks that they brought, so I'm starting to feel like I should have grabbed something at the convenience store, but yeah, next time. I'll bring it for next time. All right, this is the Western Command Post. I think this is the highest point. Wow. Okay, here's your view. Look at this place. This is incredible. This is great. From up here, I can actually see where I started down at the first gate, and you can see how you looped around the whole thing if you did it. That is just so cool. I'm really happy I did this. I was starting to regret it a little bit when those stairs got really steep, and there's a bee right there. Wow. That was definitely worth it. So if you're gonna come over here and do this, do the whole thing. Don't just do part of it. Okay, let's head down. Of course, the stairs are going to be even steeper going down than they were going up. But the views are still amazing, so I'm thankful for that. I think this is going to be a really quick trip down. I think I'm actually about 3/4, if not more, of the way done with this city wall. Just be careful with your footing coming down here. These rocks are not quite level. This part I'm loving a lot because of all this shade I'm getting from these pine trees. The sun and I, we have a love-hate relationship. I get sunburned a little bit too easily, but then I'll miss it in the winter when I never see it. So I just gotta wear a lot of sunscreen when I come out on a day like today. Even if it doesn't seem like it's that strong, those UV rays, they'll kill you. Something else I noticed I probably talked about earlier was there are all these trails that just go down through the woods. So if you don't want to stay on this main one here, there are lots and lots of different ways to get up here and down. I'm just, following the wall because that was the goal today, to do the entire thing around the city. And I'm so close. All right, it's starting to get flatter, so I'm definitely coming down. Oh, but that's a beautiful view right there. Just remember to take your shoes off before you go up into any of these. I really needed this break. And the cool air from the wind feels nice. All right, after just a few minutes resting at that pavilion, I'm on the last leg of this journey and I'm feeling great. I think this might be the fourth gate right here. I can't believe it, but here we are, last gate. Just a tiny bit more to go, and I will have walked this entire city wall. Oh wow, you can actually walk along that. All right, while I'm here, I might as well try it. Oh, is that a good view? I guess you can just take a look at the wall again, look up there. And behind me, there's something like a little outpost or something. Before I forget, there are other things to do here besides just walking the city wall. I did see from above there was a really massive Buddhist shrine, and there's also kind of an old kind of palace as well, little area you can check out. But I'm so tired right now, I think this trip is just going to have to be about completing this, which is fine by me today. I can always come back. A lot of cute little coffee shops down there. After a quick time check, I realized that this took me about 3 hours to do the entire loop, and that is with taking a few breaks. You know, had to get my caffeine, had to drink water, had to just sit, get some of the cool breeze and get out of the sun for a while. So I think that's reasonable. You could do it probably in less time if you were in really good shape and you just wanted to, you know, drive forward and get it all done without stopping. But I think easily doable. 3 hours. All right. I don't know if you remember exactly, but these stairs are the ones I came up when I started this journey this morning. So, yep. I made it. How am I feeling right now? Well, I'll tell you what, a huge sense of relief and satisfaction. You know, that's what life's about, setting goals and trying to achieve them. And you know, sometimes we fail, and that's fine. You know, failure is actually a good thing because it helps us grow. But then once in a blue moon, we're successful, we succeed at something, and the feeling is just so nice. This is going to carry me for a while. Well, that was fun. Now, who would I say should do this? If you love the palaces that you find in Seoul and you like that traditional Korean style, and you love hiking and, you know, going outside and exploring nature, this would be perfect. Again, it's only about a 35-minute bus ride from Seoul, and it's such an amazing place. I can't say enough good things about it right now because, well, for one, I'm out of breath. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. This was a lot of fun, my first time here, and I'll definitely come back because I have some people I'd love to show this to later. Anyway, stay safe, healthy, and happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me today. Life's a journey meant to be shared. Remember to always travel with an open heart and an open mind. Enjoy the ride and keep your eyes on the horizon for the next adventure. I'll see you out there.